Hello guys, thanks for watching today's video. Today I'm going to make a digital clock so you can put it on your computer on top right corner or something like that. Since today's video will be practically like second class or second example of my YouTube channels, I'm still going to give you guys step-by-step tutorial for how to build the PyQt using PyQt designer and everything. So until we get used to it, I'm thinking to do this the beginning, these kind of steps in the beginning. So if you guys are aware or know how to build GUI with a Qt designer, just skip ahead. But for those of you who just started watching my video, you guys can start with me. So I open up the Qt designer here. So as always, we're gonna create with dialog without buttons. And today we are going to use the property called LCD numbers. So what this does is just practically just gives you the LCD display kind of feeling of whatever the text or setting that we send to through the Python programming. So here we're gonna have usually there's year, month, and this will be a date, and then hour, minute, and seconds. So after we're done with this, you're gonna create the layout. Horizontally, and then we're gonna create this vertically layout. You guys can adjust the size and just right click on here, layout in a grid. So now you guys can see better, right? This is pretty much done for today's GUI. We're just gonna name the property here. The first one, we're gonna name it as let's see, the year. Second one will be months. The third one is going to be a date. Fourth one, it will be hour. This will be minute. This will be second. Okay, so we're gonna save this. YouTube for me, YouTube stream. Lesson 3. Clock GUI. Okay. So we're done with the GUI part. What we're gonna do is convert this UI file into the Python file, right? So we're gonna call out cmd here, and here I saved my location here. You guys have to look for your scripts folder, and then just go to script folder. And then we're gonna use PyQt5 -x, and where's the file? I'm gonna do, can't find the file. Okay, so just drag your file over here and -o, and then once again just drag your GUI file and then delete the extension and then make it Py. Alright, so now you guys should be able to see there's a Python file created on your designated folder. Next step will be creating the project. Here I kinda already created the project. Well, my project will be inside the lesson 3 folder. So after you create a project, since we already created the Python file here, if they are existing in the same folder, you should be able to see it. And right click on the project here and then create the Python file and clock main. So we're gonna implement the GUI in here, and from there, like, we are going to set each properties values. I'm gonna copy and paste some of basic, like PyQt, import shis. And then today we're gonna need time. We can just import the time library, so you'll be able to use their own values of each, like a year, month, date, hours, minutes, seconds. And then we also need threading timer. So here, from threading, import timer. And we need to import our GUI file, right? So import clock GUI. Alright, and then we're going to create class. I'll say main class, queue dialog, clock GUI dot UI dialog. Okay, and then init it. I'm gonna call super set up UI, and then to execute this programming, we need queue application. These are the steps that we already did from the previous videos. So if you guys are not sure what this is for each one, you guys are more than welcome to watch the previous one. Okay. Clock main equals to main class, and clock main, you have to show your application, and then you have to execute the application here. So right now, as you guys already know, if you just there's something wrong. Oh, forgot to put parentheses here. Did I do wrong? I think I have to put self here. Okay, so I forgot some of the properties here, but yeah, after you're successfully done with this basic coding, you should be able to implement your GUI file here, and then you should be able to see what you have created on the Qt Designer. So we are going to implement the functions here. Well, I'm gonna call it like a show time, right? And then we're going to declare the time here. T equals to time, and this depends on your computer. The time will be showing differently, which will be affected by here this number. So you should be watching for your system's time frame. So here locals, I'll call it locals, and then time dot local times. Here you see it here, and then we're gonna implement the t. For this part, we are going to since we have the LCD number properties that we created on the GUI, so we are going to implement designate each numbers into year, month, date, hours, and blah blah blah. So let me open up here again. So self dot LCD once LCD number year. First we're gonna implement the year, and then so far what we've done with the line edit, we did set text, but then we're not going to use set text properties because it doesn't exist on LCD number properties. What we're gonna use here is display. Okay, and we need to define the value that goes in, which is local dot tm, the year you guys could see. So this local value is from here, and then since we implemented t, the time dot time parentheses, so we could be able to see this tm dash year. Okay. Second LCD months, display local dot tm months, self dot LCD number date, display local dot tm and date, self dot LCD number, oh not the date, LCD number hour, display local dot tm hour, self dot LCD number minutes, display local dot tm minutes, self dot LCD number seconds, display local dot tm second. So this will for this instance right now, if we just call this whole function when the program starts, it will just display the time that we executed. So it's not gonna keep going, you know. It's not gonna keep update the time as we're expecting. So that's why we need this threading the timer here. So we're gonna say timer equals to timer, and we're gonna update by a second because the smallest variable over there is just a second, right? So it increases by a second. One self dot show time. So we're gonna increase these show time values by 1 second. So every second it will update it, and then we're gonna start this threading. So later on we're gonna go into more details about how to do the threading, other threading like your own thread to execute the long time processing kind of working. But right now we are just implementing timer thread from threading library. So here, this is basically what you do. So you define your threading name, and then you call your thread name here the timer, and this timer instance takes two variables, which is the number, how to update, like how often do they update, and then the functions. So you're basically implementing your own functions, and then this timer thread will start your thread. Without this, it won't do anything. But after you start this thread, it will keep update your time. So alright, so here's we completed digital clock. You guys could just make these you guys could just make these application and then put it up like top right corner, as I said. This could be really cool, depends on your preferences. Anyway, so we're gonna stop today's video from here. Please let me know if you guys have any questions, leave your comment. I'll post this coding on my GitHub, which you guys have the link on my at the below subtitle. So alright, thanks for watching. I'll get back to you guys next time.